What's good with the fight fans, man? It's Kijana. I'm doing a recap video real quick of Burns versus Woodley. The fights were pretty fucking good. I was actually impressed with a few people, and went 10 for 11, won some cash, won a few $100. It's always nice when you can win a little money on the side. Wish I would have won more. I almost came in first place on DraftKings. I also almost won a few racks on Bovada. So yeah, I'll put those up at the end of this video. I meant to put my other ones at the end of my last video for the Walt Harris fight, but I didn't get time to do that. But anyways, yeah, the Chris Gutierrez fight, El Guapo versus Vince Morales Vendetta, that was actually a really good performance by Chris Gutierrez, man. He killed it with the leg kicks. I knew that the leg kicks were going to be problematic for Vince Morales, but I just thought Morales was going to jump on him a little bit more and strike with him a little bit more, but he couldn't get his distance. He couldn't get his range. He sat back a little too long. That was a great fight. Casey Kenny versus Luis Smolka. It was a very quick fight. I knew Casey Kenny was going to win. Brandon Royval, man, a.k.a. Raw Dog, man. That guy, yeah, he had a pretty fucking good fight against Tim Elliott, man. I'm looking forward to watching him fight again, honestly. That was, I wouldn't say it was impressive, but I feel like it was a decent performance. Jamal Hill, man. Oh, man. Sweet dreams, dude. I knew that he was going to beat Klidson Abreu as well. It was just a bad matchup for Abreu. Someone in my comments on my last video said, don't sleep on Abreu. I guess it was the right time to sleep on him. But anyways, that fight was pretty good. The Caitlin Chukagian fight versus Antonina Shevchenko. I don't get why Shevchenko was such a big favorite. I think people were correlating her a little bit with her sister, Valentina. I think people were kind of getting that mixed up, thinking that she was as good as her sister, which she's not. And yeah, Chukagian came out to bang, dude. She came out to fuck her up. Daniel Rodriguez versus Gabriel Green. Green actually impressed me considering he came in on like 4 or 5 days notice. Mackenzie Dern, that wasn't really impressive. She fought Hannah Cifers. I was actually more impressed with Hannah Cifers just for the simple fact that how strong she was in the clinch situations, dude. And Mackenzie Dern had a problem, dude, trying to get her to the ground. And I mean, considering she only has an 8% takedown ratio, I'm surprised Hannah Cifers actually didn't last a little bit longer. But that was actually a good fight. The Roosevelt Roberts and Brock Weaver, man, that was I really looked forward to that fight, and it lived up to the hype, man. They were talking shit in the clinch. They were, the whole fight they were pretty much talking shit, and I really liked that one. I enjoyed that one. So I mean, honestly, I enjoyed almost all these fights. The one that I enjoyed the most, honestly, was Billy Quarantillo versus Spike Carlisle. Man, dude. Spike Carlisle is wiry. That dude's wiry as fuck, dude. The alpha ginger. I mean, no wonder they call him that. That dude's something else, dude. I like how he starts off fast. I like how he's ready to fucking fight when he gets in the cage. He's not a slow starter at all. He does burn himself out a little bit. I feel like if he gets a little bit better of preserving some of his energy for the later rounds, I feel like he can be a problem in that division, man, and just get a little bit more familiar with just being in the octagon. I think if he gets more fights, he's gonna be a problem for a lot of people, man. Just because he's so wiry and he's unpredictable, he's unorthodox, you don't really know what he's going to do. Billy Quarantillo, man, he kept his composure, man. I picked him to win, but I was not counting Spike Carlisle out of that one, that's for sure. It was a very close fight, and Carlisle could have won that one, man. A lot of people think that he did win that one. I thought Billy Quarantillo did a better job of keeping his composure. Even he actually outstruck Spike Carlisle, considering Spike was the pressure fighter the entire fight. But yeah, that was a good fight. I liked it. Blagoy Ivanov versus Augusto Sakai. I mean, there wasn't really much to say about that one. I didn't really watch that one. It was kind of boring. It was one of those heavyweight fights that just goes the distance. And when I watch heavyweight fights, I want to see someone get knocked the fuck out. But I didn't see that. The main fucking event, dude. Tyron Woodley, man. Seriously. Like, I don't even want to talk shit to this guy because he just lost. But, like, fuck, dude. Not saying I could do a better job, but damn, man, like, fuck, why did I pick you for that fight? Like, you didn't, I knew exactly what you were going to do. You backed yourself into the corner, and you just stood there. Like, Tyron Woodley just fucking stood there. He barely threw any strikes, and when he did, it was the same punch. He was looking for that overhand every single time, and Burns was on it, dude. Burns was pressuring him. He was just he was out striking him strategically. He looked way better than Tyron Woodley. I think Woodley's done, man. Honestly, you heard it here first. I think Woodley's done. I think his mindset's not there to be a fighter anymore. I think he's afraid to get hit. I think he's been afraid to get hit and get since he got knocked out by Nate Marquardt back in 2012. Even though he did get the belt from Robbie Lawler, I felt like he is very hesitant to pull the trigger because he does not want to get hit on that jaw, man. He does not like to get hit. Some people don't mind getting hit. They'll take a punch to give a punch, and he is not one of those people. And that's why a lot of people do not like watching Tyron Woodley, because he's such a boring fighter at times. He'll sit there and sit there and sit there and wait to do a counter punch. He'll wait for the perfect moment. And then sometimes in these fights, there is no perfect moment. You got to just jump on him when you can. And Tyron Woodley, he just doesn't do that, man. I'm still a huge fan of him. I'm still a huge fan of Tyron Woodley. He had his reign. I don't think he's one of the greatest welterweights of all time. I definitely don't think that. And I didn't think that before this fight happened. So, but he's definitely he's a good fighter. He's definitely a good fighter. He had his run. He was 38. He's 38 years old. I mean, Gilbert Burns, he's the new dog on the yard, like Israel Adesanya likes to say. Even though Gilbert Burns is kind of a veteran as well. So, yeah, that fight, I just wish I wouldn't have picked Woodley. And I wish that even if I did pick Woodley, I wish I would have made the same parlay. I made an 11-team parlay, but it was with Woodley in it. I made a few parlays, and they were with Woodley in it. I would have came up about 5,000 or 6,000 on Bovada off of like $50. I was right for 10. I went 10 for 11 on my picks, and Woodley was the last fight. So I thought the money was in the bag already. I thought I was coming home with some cash, but it didn't play out like that. Yeah, I wish I would have made that same lineup with Burns. I think he was like a plus 150 or a plus 200. So if I would have made that, it would have been even more, even a bigger payout. So yeah, I mean, I won a few $100. I did do a few like small parlays, like 5 or 6 people. But yeah, a little disappointed with that. I wish I would have came up. It's the same thing that happened on the last weekend's fights. No, not last weekend's, the weekends before, with Walt Harris. I picked Walt Harris to beat Alistair Overeem. He was my last pick that I needed to win, and he didn't win on my for my Bovada picks and my parlays, but I was right about all the other ones. I've been actually spot on for the last I would say like 2 months now. I feel like I'm getting better at reading some of these fighters. But at the same time, man, it's all gambling. It's MMA. You don't know what's going to happen. You can't really take anybody's word. You just got to go with what your gut's telling you when you're doing these predictions. And yeah, I mean, I'm just rambling on. My next video for this weekend, Amanda Nunes versus Felicia Spencer, that's going to be dropping most likely on Wednesday. I already got half of my picks chosen. I'm going to do the other half tomorrow. And then I'm going to watch any more film or any more tape of a few fighters that I want to study a little bit more before making my picks. But I'm gonna be dropping that video on Wednesday for sure, Wednesday night. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Yeah. Enjoy this week. Hopefully this coming up weekend is going to be some great fights.